Stay tuned for tips and techniques from the nation's top chefs in the chef's kitchen.
Hello, I'm Tina Marie. I'm your host, and today we're cooking with Chef Walter Staib, and we're making yet another quick, delicious dinner from the deli, but European style.
But that's what I was trying to tell you. There's a big but, and it's a dish that kind of was really woke some years ago, kind of faded away, it's back again. It comes and goes. It actually goes back to Russia, to the days of the Tsars.
To Russia,
yeah,
yes.
It's a beef Stroganov. But I found many times, especially working in China too, Stroganov doesn't just have to be with filet. Usually it's done with the filet mignon that you cut in stripes. Mm-hmm. But I found if you make a dynamite sauce and you have a real good pickle to work with, it's very important, the flavor, you get the same end results.
Of course.
But what you got to do, you got to make the sauce first, reduce it down completely, and then afterwards add the meat last moment.
I see.
Because you get the sauce has to have the flavor because you don't have the raw meat, so it's a little different.
Okay, so you're adapting this.
Correct. It's an adaptation, but it works extremely well. So what you're going to do is put a nice butter in a pan.
Beef stroganoff
Get
using
nice and hot.
Dietz and Watson, again, Angus roast beef from the deli.
Absolutely. And basically, most of the time when you see me using cooking techniques, most of the time I use onions because I say, why pay the extra price for shallots?
Yes.
In this dish, however, I would never substitute.
Shallot. You're using shallot?
Yes, I would not substitute onion for that. The sweetness of the shallot is very important.
More mild flavor, yes.
So all you want to do on that, melt the butter down.
Right.
Salted, unsalted, will that make a difference? And then we add in the shallot that I pre-chopped already, or I should say, Chef Bill pre-chopped it.
Okay.
He's a good chopper. We call him Mr. Mise en place.
Mr. Mise en place. He is an excellent. He is a very hard worker too.
Anyway,
I'm going to steal this.
Go ahead.
Dietz and Watson makes the best pickles.
Now, on the shallots, contrary to garlic in Italian cooking that you lightly toast it,
yes,
you don't want to toast them. Matter of fact, if you shallot it gets too toasty, it changes the complexity. The sweetness kind of disappears and actually can get bitter. So be careful when you make this at home.
So we're just cooking them until they're translucent.
Almost there.
Almost, okay.
See that? Almost there.
We don't want any color on the shallot.
No, almost there.
Okay.
Now, we want to do something, and you want to do that. Be careful when you do it at home.
You're going to
I'm going to show something because
fire things up here?
I got an email the other day some time ago when I did it freelance and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yes.
Because somebody had a little too much fire in their house. So take it from the bottle into a bowl.
Okay.
From the bowl into the pan. Wait a little bit more, just a tad more.
Oh, I can smell the aroma.
Oh, that's good cognac.
This is cognac.
Yeah, the aroma cognac.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Exciting today on the set.
Come to daddy. Here we go. Now, of course, the mushrooms are already julienne.
So you're burning off the alcohol and retaining that beautiful flavor of the cognac, which is very aromatic. I can smell it right now.
It's also one of the best cognacs there is, but I mean any cognac.
That helps.
And I would not honestly, we say in the recipe always cognac or brandy. If you do it for yourself and it's not for the neighbors, use the best.
Yes. Of
it's
course.
for the neighbors, another story.
I like your way of thinking, Walter.
Now this one over here, you just kind of help me quick a little bit.
Certainly.
All you want to do, stir it up a little bit.
Okay. Let's talk about Dietz and Watson pickles.
Oh, they're excellent. And they're right in front of me.
They're
excellent. They're crunchy. Matter of fact, I mentioned to you the other day that it's kind of tough. They're so hard on the skin outside that you need a serrated knife to cut them. As
you were telling me that yes.
Now the beef for this particular recipe, I would cut big pieces. Why? Because this way they're very identifiable. Because this is something that you would serve the beef on the side and the noodles or whatever you serve with it, rice or whatever else goes with it, and a separate dish on the side.
I see.
This is not, I wouldn't serve this as a casserole.
And again, I mean really, look how beautiful this beef is. This is Dietz and Watson Angus roast beef. There's no fat in this beef.
You cannot do better yourself.
It's moist. This is hand-trimmed beef, highest quality, all natural spices and seasonings. It's actually very minimally processed, salt and pepper and beef.
That's it.
That's it.
And I'm telling you, you cannot do it yourself better. That's my point.
No,
exactly.
and you know what? These are recipes.
Now let me go here. Now comes a little brown sauce. We call it demi-glace, but it doesn't have to be demi-glace.
Now, could you purchase this brown sauce? Could you use purchased brown sauce, or would you?
The best way to do it is you buy my cookbook. And
you have several.
But in any book, all the books, the last two books have a recipe, and you guaranteed have success getting that sauce done in my books. Are we adding the beef into it? And now all we gotta do, we gotta add some.
So delicious.
In this particular scenario, we gotta put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper.
There's never any MSG. There's no gluten. You know, it's low in fat. Everything Dietz and Watson.
Can you hand me that spoon over there, please?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Because it's a family company since 1939.
This amount of butter you don't really need to use.
Well, that is a lot of butter.
Well, you'll see in a moment why. Okay,
but again,
over there?
It's a family-owned company,
Okay,
so
now,
they're concerned
there's a
about
stone ground
quality.
mustard.
Stone ground, one of the deli compliments.
Now you're going to mix it slowly under it, and when the stone ground mustard is dissolved, all it gets is a sour cream, and we're done.
Ah.
Because the one thing I don't want you to do with it, and this is what the audience got to really watch about it, you don't want to really boil that beef too much because it'll get then tough on you.
Okay, because the beef is already cooked.
Correct. Noodles for this one, large egg noodles, or you can make your own noodles, which you sometimes do, but obviously not at shorter show. So basically what you're going to do, buy a good egg noodle. Don't buy the cheapest when you go to the aisle.
Okay.
The reason for that is you have to have semolina in it. Then when you reheat it, it holds up. Semolina gives it a bite and a crunch for al dente.
Okay,
try
that's
this one
very
over
good
here.
to remember.
Try that. Even my noodles are al dente. And this is the noodles I use here in the Tavern. Done stuff. Beautiful. Now what I do here, see the amount of butter I got in there? Okay,
Yes,
what I do, I put
all
the
that
chive.
butter, and with chive
I
now.
put the chive in there, so the chive flavor goes into the butter.
And now you're making this like the sauce?
No, this goes to
Oh,
my noodles.
right in the noodles.
You are done right now here. All I
Yes,
gotta
this
give
is
you,
pretty much done here.
Yeah, you're done. Now we got to give you
Sour cream.
A good amount, at least 4
Oh,
spoons.
so we have to remember that first the stone ground mustard, stir that in well,
Yep.
and only at that point, after that's well incorporated, then we add the sour cream.
But look at those noodles, aren't they great?
Oh, they're delicious.
Italian.
Of course.
Believe it or not, are you ready to serve it up?
No. That's amazing. That this
Yes,
is, that
even
this
this,
is
look how
actually ready.
beautiful.
Oh yes, and that was just butter and chopped chive.
That's it. Let me plate it up for you, but you can
Wonderful.
pour the wine for us.
Oh, and what are we enjoying for wine today?
Just a nice little red, little Cabernet with that. And the reason I made this much is because we got a hungry crew here that have to be watching us all day.
That have
doing
been working hard. So now for the noodles.
Chive and Stroganov are just related to each other.
Oh, of course. You always think of chive with stroganoff. Beautifully plated as usual, chef. Aha! Who is the doctor? Who is the doctor?
Doctor's in the house. Here you go. Let's have a
There you
toast.
go. Oh, that's toast first.
The toast is important.
Toast to
Salud,
Dietz and Watson, quick European
Look how
style
easy.
dinners from
How
the deli.
easy. How simple.
10 minutes, and you have a full meal for your family.
And that's not a meal. I mean, to impress somebody. You bite into this beef now. But remember, when you make that at home, don't overcook the beef now. You did it just perfect.
Yes, don't ever, well, under your tutelage. Under
hot.
your tutelage.
Perfect.
Is it?
But you
Oh,
don't
I
wanna-
can hardly wait.
No, it's good. But you wouldn't want to cook it any more than that. I'm telling you.
Creamy.
It don't get better than that.
And you know what? The meat is so tender.
But if you would have extra fire on there, it would get tough.
It's too
and then
tough.
you'd have to cook it another 45 minutes to get soft
Well,
again.
the beauty of it is it's fully cooked.
Yeah, yeah.
So in 10 minutes we have a whole meal.
Yeah.
Walter, you're the best. Dietz and Watson. And here's to you.
You bring it out in me.
I love it. Cheers.
Hello.
Dietz and Watson.